Unveiling secondary trauma. 10 signs it's more than just anxiety. While anxiety is a common and often misunderstood mental health condition, it's essential to recognize that other factors, such as secondary trauma, can contribute to similar symptoms. Secondary trauma refers to the emotional and psychological distress experienced as a result of exposure to someone else's trauma or suffering. In this video, we'll explore 10 signs that indicate it's not just anxiety you're experiencing but secondary trauma, and provide insights into how to address it. 1. Persistent intrusive thoughts. If you find yourself experiencing persistent intrusive thoughts or memories related to someone else's trauma or suffering, it may be a sign of secondary trauma. These thoughts can be distressing and overwhelming, interfering with your daily life and functioning. 2. Emotional numbness. Emotional numbness, or feeling disconnected from your emotions, is a common symptom of secondary trauma. You may find yourself unable to experience joy, sadness, or other emotions fully, as if you're operating on autopilot. 3. Hypervigilance. Hypervigilance, or a heightened state of alertness and awareness, is another sign of secondary trauma. You may find yourself constantly on edge, scanning your environment for potential threats or triggers related to the trauma you've been exposed to. 4. Avoidance behavior. If you're actively avoiding situations, people, or places that remind you of the trauma you've been exposed to, it may be a sign of secondary trauma. Avoidance behavior can be a coping mechanism to protect yourself from further emotional distress. 5. Difficulty sleeping. Secondary trauma can disrupt your sleep patterns, leading to difficulty falling asleep, staying asleep, or experiencing restful sleep. You may find yourself experiencing nightmares or intrusive thoughts that interfere with your ability to get adequate rest. 6. Physical symptoms. Physical symptoms such as headaches, stomach aches, or muscle tension can manifest as a result of secondary trauma. The mind-body connection means that emotional distress can manifest as physical symptoms, even in the absence of a physical cause. 7. Emotional exhaustion. Emotional exhaustion, or feeling drained and depleted of energy, is a common consequence of secondary trauma. You may find yourself feeling emotionally overwhelmed and fatigued, even after minimal exertion or activity. 8. Difficulty concentrating. Secondary trauma can impair your ability to concentrate and focus on tasks, leading to decreased productivity and performance. You may find yourself easily distracted or forgetful, making it challenging to complete tasks or meet deadlines. 9. Changes in mood. Experiencing sudden or unexplained changes in mood, such as irritability, anger, or sadness, can be indicative of secondary trauma. These mood fluctuations may occur in response to triggers related to the trauma you've been exposed to. 10. Relationship strain. Secondary trauma can strain your relationships with others, leading to conflict, misunderstandings, or withdrawal. You may find it challenging to connect with others or express yourself authentically, leading to feelings of isolation and loneliness. Conclusion: while anxiety is a common mental health condition, it's essential to recognize that other factors, such as secondary trauma, can contribute to similar symptoms. If you're experiencing signs of secondary trauma, it's crucial to seek support from a mental health professional who can provide guidance and assistance in navigating your emotions and experiences.